Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Austin Manchester. I'm one of the student interns here at The Rock, and I just want to say thank you for clicking the link today on that video and saying, hey, I want to learn a little bit about Jesus tonight. Yes, I love it. But, welcome to week 2 of Uncharted! Let's go! Woo! I'm sorry. It makes a lot more sense when we're all in person together hanging out, but we're not, so it won't happen again. Sorry. Don't cancel the video. Stop it, no. Okay, cool, you're still here. Anyways, like I said, week 2 of Uncharted. Let's go. This is gonna be epic. However, on a side note, as you guys know, we are doing these online experiences a little because Hurricane Florence is coming through, but also because we wanna try something with you guys, see what you guys like, what you guys prefer. With Hurricane Florence coming through, these new experiences allow us to reach out and connect with others in a different way. So I want to encourage you to do that, and I also want to encourage you to stick through this entire video and listen to what our pastor Clay Finkley has to say for our student ministry tonight. Check it out.
Yo, what's up, guys? I am so excited that each and every single one of you are joining us today. It's gonna be an awesome time together, and I love how we can connect to Jesus in pretty much every fashion now. A good example of this is one time I went on a date with my wife Katie to the store called Target and the store called Marshalls. This is what you do when you get married. Here's the secret. It's actually really fun. Also, Marshalls is great because it has like $10, $15 shirts. Like, it's pretty cheap. It's pretty good. So I'm going to give you a little plug there. So we're there shopping, and we're at Marshalls, and Katie goes off to the girl section and starts looking at dresses. I go to the guy section and start looking at shirts, and I find this shirt. And let me tell you, this shirt was glorious. It was the best shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a shirt that had sloths all over it. It was the coolest shirt ever. And I looked at the price tag and I saw it was like $15, which, is not terrible for a shirt, but that's quite an investment for a shirt with a bunch of sloths on it. So I'm sitting there debating back and forth. I'm like, oh, do I get it or do I wait? But then I started looking around as I was pondering this, and I saw a sign. And that sign said, get it now, it may be gone later. And the funny thing is, ever since that moment, I've had it in my brain. I've had that phrase stuck in my head. And it's really impacted my relationship with Jesus. But why? Well, the reason is actually really simple. Jesus talks about it in Matthew chapter 9, verses 35 through 38. So let's read that together real quick. Jesus says this. Jesus traveled through all the towns and villages of that area, teaching in the synagogues, which is kind of like a church, temple, courtyard area, and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And he healed every kind of disease and illness. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were confused and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. That statement right there is exactly why we are sent into uncharted territory, why we are trying to discover the adventure we never thought possible, because there are people out there that are hurting. There are people out there who need Jesus. There are people out there that are looking for some sort of hope, some sort of light, some sort of good in their life, and they cannot find it anywhere. The next verse. He said to his disciples, the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into the fields. That's exactly why we were all sent into uncharted territory, because there are people that are hurting. There are people that are looking for something, and they need someone to show them the correct way. They need someone to show them who Jesus is. They need someone to show them love, hope, care, goodness, and that way is through us by telling them who Jesus is. And this is where Marshalls comes back in. The phrase was, get it now, it may be gone later. And I kind of switched that around over this past year, and the phrase I kind of think of all the time now is, do it now, it may be gone later. Because people all the time say, yeah, I'll start following Jesus, but I'll do it later. I'll start going to church, but I'll do it later. I'll start reading my Bible, but I'll do it later. Or they'll say, yeah, I'll invite my friend to church another time. Oh, I'll start really investing in my friends another time. I'm going to stop this sin habit another time. I'm going to repair this relationship with my dad another time. What ends up happening is we'll say, hey, we'll just get to it later. But later never comes. Later never happens. Later never shows up. We miss our opportunity. And that's why we need to do things right now. If you're someone who doesn't know who Jesus is and you're walking around helpless and lost and you're confused and you're looking for something good, stop searching everywhere. The right answer is by giving your life to Jesus. If you want to do that, we'd love to help you do that. But those of you who know who Jesus is, you know you have friends and family members that don't. Why are you letting them walk around confused and helpless? They need you to step up and lead them. Do it now because it may be gone later. And I'm not talking about death. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm just saying that your best opportunity might be right now. And here's what I mean by that. Guys, you know Hurricane Florence has kind of wrecked this area. You know there's lots of flooding happening and there's flooding still to come. What if this is the best opportunity you have to show someone who Jesus is? And you might be saying, me? No way. Remember what Jesus said. He says, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And because the workers are few, that's why I believe it's up to you. Because the workers are few, I believe that's why it's up to you. I know right now, you might be at your house and your brothers and sisters are running around crazy, and your family is like kind of stressed out, and the house is a mess, and you're like, man, how can I help? Well, the way you can help is by maybe just picking up around the house. Maybe just wash a dish. Help them out that way. Another way you can help people is maybe you have a friend that got hit really hard by flooding. And maybe they're really down right now. Maybe they're hurting. Maybe you can shoot them a text and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Let me know if you can need anything. Let me know if I can help in any way. Or maybe you have an elderly neighbor who just can't lift stuff and is trying to move stuff around in case something floods. Maybe what you can do is just go over there and help lift. Or if their yard has sticks in it, go pick up the sticks. Guys, if we start to serve people, then what's going to happen is then we will be able to help save them through Jesus, because they might ask you, why are you doing this? And that's your conversation starter. There's where you can share the love. There's where you can share the hope. There's where you can show the goodness of Jesus. Manchester's going to drop a few small group questions for you so you can talk about with your groups, or you can drop a comment in right below. We'd love to talk to you there as well. We'll catch you guys.
That was awesome. Me personally, I really, really, really appreciate when he gave us like tangible things that we could grab onto. Things that we could actually understand and say, hey, I can do this. I can do that. You know, I can help that person, or I can help nobody. We can help nobody. We say we're gonna do something, but we said we'll do it later. Like Clay mentioned in the message. We say we'll do it later. So let me ask you a question real quick. Gonna dial in. Why are we sent into uncharted territory? Why are we sent? If you don't know that answer, it's okay. I just asked this simply because Clay mentioned it in his message, and it hit me. It hit me hard. And wow. So if you missed it, go back into the video. Go check it out. But if you caught it, man, oh man, that's good. That's real good. Second question for you guys. What is it that you're waiting for? Why later? If God's put something on your heart, if God's brought something into your life, if God's given you gifts, why are you waiting to use them? Why are you waiting to utilize the abilities that you have? Why are you waiting? What's holding you back? And why later? Why not now? Third question for you guys. This is a good one. How are you going to respond and become a worker for God, for his kingdom? How are you gonna work for Jesus? Answer that to yourself. There can be many ways. Like those tangible things Clay gave us. Many ways. But they're all different, right? We're all different. So our abilities, our ways of doing things are gonna be different. Yours is gonna be different from mine. Mine are gonna be different from yours. That's how it is. But God's blessed us all in amazing ways to be workers for Him. The workers are few, so it's up to you. You decide.